Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video what we're going to do is just have a look at the Primeval Realm and the various different lineups that I've got running for sort of level 17 plus. As you can see, up to level 17 with the Ghost Bride or the Cursed Bride, Hatred Troll up to level 17 as well. Griffin, I'm up to level 17, still up to level 16 with the, what do you call this guy? The Winged Knight. And where are we up to? All the way over here. Yep, up to level 17 for the healing guy. Up to level 17, completed level 17 for the Thunderlord. And then we're up to level 17 for the, the Corrupted Frost Beast. And then finally, all the way down here, we are up to level 17 as well. So again, in the last video, I've not gone any further on this Hatred Troll, and the reason for that is because I advised everybody in the last video that I made on the Primeval Realm to go at a more balanced pace. Don't make the same mistake as I have, in that you go after the Hatred Troll, just go up one path specifically and get as far as you can on that path. It's not the best way forward, and the reason for that are these masters right here. So if we have a look at the masters, as you can see, this skill negotiation expert, purchase price of goods in the Primeval Realm reduced by 15%, and I can go further than that as well. We also have in this one, I've got the Tome Treasures reinforcement over this side. I believe it is, in fact, I believe it is up this way. Yeah, there we go. So this is it. Selling price of goods in the Primeval Realm is increased by 45%. So if I were to jump into trade now, as you can see, I've picked up these potatoes and the bird eggs because they will reset. As you can see, the bird egg is currently at 28 for purchasing. So you spend 28 and then I can go ahead and sell it for 45 right now. So if I were to pick up, say 10 of these, wherever they've gone, where are these bird eggs? Looks like I picked them all up. Because they are at such a low price. Here we go. So if I were to pick up 60 of these bird eggs, and then what I can do now is I can go ahead and sell all of these bird eggs, and it would net me even more. So it would net me 45 compared to the 28 that I was buying it for. So going at an even pace is your best bet, because then you slowly level up all of your perks, and for me that's the best way forward, is to do it as evenly as possible and not just rush through one specific event, because it's not as efficient. So for example, the last sweep that I did, I got the highest record of 10% on here, but if I were to jump into trial now, this is the lineup that I was using for the Hatred Troll. Got to build a new one because I have got more artifact space as well, but if I were to go ahead and sweep now, I'm sure I would get a much higher percentage than 10%, as you know, I've leveled up all of these, got more of these buffs sorted out, so on and so forth. So yeah, bear with me. I'm just going to jump into each one individually and show the teams that I'm running for it. Okay, so this is the Cursed Bride. Now there are 3 teams per one, so it's going to take a little bit of time in order to get through, but I'll see if I can go through it in full. So the first one, we've gone for land domain and male dependency. We do have 5 mystifiers in total, 2 from the sky domain, 3 from the land domain as well. After the land domain talent is activated, the land domain synergy effect is increased by 100% per talent level up to 1000%. So if you do want to progress in this particular section, you would go into your hope tree and you would select your land domain perk. Bear in mind, you can only select one at a time. You can't select land domain, sky domain, sea domain. It must be from there. But the whole point of this perk is to get Lancelot as much corrode damage as we can possibly do, because it is a male dependency. Just something to keep in mind, the boss can only be damaged by the male character in position 5 and is immune to damage from all other positions, which means that none of our other units are going to matter. In this one, it is solely focused on this, getting Lancelot as built up as possible. In this next team, it is Arthur. We have gone for Elisha, Atrops, Ophelia, and Dahlia with Arthur on here. Remember, no damage can be done from any other source. However, I believe we still can take action with these units as well. So Atrops and Dahlia can still switch, boosting up Atrops' attack as well. which in turn will increase Arthur's attack. And then we do have Sal in this final position here. You can also pop Karnak in, but I found that Sal does build up much faster. We do have Dorabella as a Dawnbringer. We have Karnak and Elwyn on here for the ethereal synergy, so that we can get as much crit damage for Sal as possible. So just something to keep in mind there. So in the first team, we've gone for the what do you call it, Splash Axe. We've gone for the Healing Spear, the Sinful Band. We've gone for the Winged, the Ultimate Wings. And then we've got the Increased Effect Accuracy and Speed as well to help us power through. We do have the increased dooms by 300%, the Pursuit Dart, and then the Book of, I can't remember what it's called, but every time we do a crit, we have 10% chance to trigger Awaken, which increases attack and defense by 50%. We have the Hawk Amulet, I believe it's called, which increases accuracy rate by 50%. We have the Reflect rate for Arthur specifically, and then crit rate increased as well, just in case we do need to crit with Arthur. We also have increased damage reduction, max HP, and max attack, because that is all what Arthur is predicated on, increasing his attack and HP. Now, we finally have Sal in this spot here. So we do have increase the position 5 by 300% attack. We have Sal increase, the Avengers Harp, increasing the attack of all Avengers by 300%. We do have increase the attack of basic attacks as well, because Sal does a lot of those basic attacks. We have increased speed so that he can strike first. Increase heal rate, because in case you don't know, Sal can go infinite with his runes. You just need to take damage and then heal it back up, and then he will convert 20 or 10% of that into attack. We also have the dodge rate, because you don't want to die. Increase max HP, increase max attack, and increase damage boost as well. So that is Emily, or the Cursed Bride, and that is the run that I've been going for. I've been getting between 27 and 34%, but I suspect that will go down because we are up to level 17 for this particular boss. So let's jump into the next one. Okay, and this is the Hatred Troll. So we did see before I had different setups available, and it's because those were the best ones available to me at the time. But this time round, we have gone with a slightly different setup. Just need to check on something. Yeah, I thought so. Sorry, I built these teams about 10 minutes ago, but it is what it is. So we do have Gaia, Mulan, and Pandora on this back row to do as much damage to this boss as possible. If you remember, on the Cursed Bride, there is a male dependency. This time for the Corrupt Hatred Butcher, there is a female dependency, although we haven't technically reached that yet, apparently. But the point is, we can go with Pandora in this 5th slot. She will do the majority of the damage. Mulan will help her to apply as much burn as possible, and Dahlia and Cleo to switch as often as possible. Every time we apply Corrode, with thanks to Mulan. Ooh, where have you gone? With thanks to Mulan, and also Gaia herself will increase damage and damage resistance as well. Gone for as much crit as we possibly can, with an additional increase of attack of 30%, and to proc leech rate as well for our relics. And then we've gone for the Undying Shield, the Stun Hammer as well, basically because I can increase the attack of all allies by 20%. The Healing Spear, because we do need to increase that attack as much as possible. And we have gone for the Sinful Band to increase the corrode stack limit, as well as the duration of the corrode stacks. We have crit resistance by 50% and increase attack by 2,000%. Or sorry, 20,000%, something along those lines. Now, the next team we have Dorabella, Elisha, Wuzatan, Elwyn, and Lamia. Again, remember, position 5 is the only one that can do damage. Wuzatan is here because she does provide that 50% damage increase. Elwyn for the Awaken function. Elisha here for the what do you call it? HP and attack increases. And then Dorabella is in here. You can, if you do want to. As you can see, I'm not using Eudora anywhere else, but what you can do is you can use Eudora in that particular spot. Am I missing? No, there she is. You can use Eudora in that particular spot as well. She will perform the job just as well. But Dorabella I found to be more consistent this season, because she will follow up with a basic attack as well, not technically taking action, but she will also, if that action is technically classed as a crit, she will increase the HP and attack of all of our allies as well, including Lamia. Now, Lamia is here primarily because she will proc multiple times and her ultimate multiple times per round, which is why we do have the Lance here. We have the Sylvan Shield for the increase in shielding for the rest of the team and a bit of protection, proccing Sanctuary and Blessing as well. Something very, very important to Lamia. Every time Lamia procs Sanctuary and she is hit, she will respond with an ultimate attack. So the more times that we can proc, the better. And then we've got Demon Bane Whip as well, which increases our HP just generally every time we cast a relic. So it's going to be much easier for us to do what we need to. Now we move on to the third one. We do have Lancelot to increase corrode damage by 200%. Tsukiyomi here to steal attack and defense from enemies. And we have Astrid here to do as much damage as possible. We have Atrops and Ophelia in the mix as well. Atrops to perform her ultimate and also then increase Astrid's attack. We have Ophelia. Every time we increase our HP, we will also increase our attack by that much as well. I have gone for the reduced control effect on the very end as well. We do also have the Underworld Key and Plague Bow for a quick start and for Holy Shield protection. But again, this is very, very important. However, we move on to the the artifacts now. Artifacts we have in position 3, increases attack. We do have increase the attack of Mystifier's synergy. Receiving Sanctuary additionally increases attack by 250%. Something very important with Ophelia. Every time we apply Sanctuary, she will also increase attack by 50% as well. And then we also finally have dealing reflect damage has 25% chance to trigger Sanctuary. We have increased speed and increased speed so Astrid can go as quickly as possible. So that's the Hatred Troll. Let's jump into the next one. Okay, so we are at the Griffin, Divine Griffin, I believe it's called. Yeah, it is Divine Griffin. And again, we have the direct damage negation. The boss reflects 100% of direct damage, but does not reflect corrode damage or reflect damage either. Fortunately, there is somebody who circumvents that. The reason that she circumvents that is a bit weird, but the reason that she circumvents that is because the first time she ultimates, it will reflect 100% of the damage she does, but then every subsequent one after that will still do damage to this Divine Griffin, which is why she's in here. We have Victoria in here for the, Valiant's synergy. We have Ra in here for Striker's synergy alongside Atrops to increase Atrops' ultimate damage. Or not ultimate damage, but overall attack. We also have Gaia in here just because I had her spare. And effectively, I think that the more corrode stacks we get on here, the better off we'll be. The direct damage negation, very, very strong. But again, we can do more damage with Gaia, and we can do damage with Pandora on her secondary ultimates because it doesn't technically count. It's weird how it works. Now, I've gone for Ra's Bark. I've gone for the, Magatama, and then I've also gone for the Knight's Edge just to give as much attack as possible for my relics. And then in this one we do have enhanced position 5, so we do increase Pandora's attack, overall attack. The Valiant's increased by 300% as well. Healing Spear, we have the landing a crit, has a chance to trigger Awaken, and Awaken increases Pandora's attack by 150%, as well as Atrops and the rest of the team. We also have increased accuracy rate, and increase attack by 20% as well, just so that we know Pandora is going to hit as often as possible. Now, in this one, we've got Elisha, Eudora, Victoria, Amaterasu, and Ophelia as well. It's weird the way that it's all set up, but the reason behind it is Kunasagi. I mean, a lot of people won't have a copy of Kunasagi. It is what it is, but the point is, if you... Honestly, for this Divine Griffin, if you are struggling, you need to build 3 Mystifier teams, or you need to have 3 Mystifiers on each team, and that should secure you the victory. But these are all Sky Domain users as well, so as you can see, we've got 5 out of 5 for Sky Domain. We do get the increase in effect, and I have gone with that Sky Domain as well, so we do get the increase in attack. So the way that all of this works, we just do as much damage to this boss as we possibly can. Again, it says that it's direct damage negation, but what's weird is it doesn't redirect the secondary attacks, so the follow-up attacks from Eudora. It's kind of weird how it works, but she still does damage. It's super weird. But Kunisagi, I've noticed something very strange whenever I use it. There is also a follow-up attack, or not a follow-up attack, but a follow-up bit of damage as well. And I can't see where it says on here, but I think after, yes, I think it is this last bit. I think it's worded incorrectly. Oop, where have we gone? I think what this actually means is after casting the relic, each attack by allies deals an additional 20 to 30% damage, triggering up to 10 times per battle. This is not what I thought it was. This is primarily, effectively you get a bit like the Splash Axe. That's what Kunisagi is. It's a bit like the Splash Axe. So when Eudora does all of her damage, yes, technically it is reflected back to us, but something to keep in mind is that 20 to 30% additional damage does not count as direct damage, so it does do more damage to the Divine Griffin. So we do have the increase in attack for Ethereals. We have the Splash Axe to double up on that effect. We have the Pursuit Dart, so every time we get a crit, we'll do an additional strike. We have the the wings. Every time we ultimate, we have a chance to ultimate again. We've got increased crit and increased speed as well. And then finally, we do have Hecate, Cleopatra, Arthur, Dahlia, and Leandra as well. This is all predicated on this back row swapping and Arthur to do as much reflect damage as possible to this Griffin. The higher Arthur's HP pool and the higher his attack, the more damage he will do to the Griffin as well when the Griffin finally does hit. We also have the doubling of attacks. We have Ocean's More as well, which does apply that Moonlight. And then we also have the Famine Scales for the additional healing. So as you can see, there's not really much healing on this team. But again, we have gone for a full 5 Sky Domain. So it's in the way at the moment, but there it is. Full 5 Sky Domain, so those buffs are increased as well, up to that 1000%. So that is the Divine Griffin. Again, for this one, we've gone for the position 4, increase in attack. We've also gone for the position 3, increase attack for Cleo, the 300% increase in attack for Arthur, and then the counter attack horn, as well as the dodge and the damage boost. So let's jump into the next one. Okay, so this is the Winged Knight. This is the Holy Shield negation and also Land Domain talent buff. Now, I've not really gone with Land Domain on this one. I've just increased the attack as much as possible. We've got a very standard setup here. If you don't have Eudora, it might be worth popping in, where have you got to, Dora Bella. Or Wukong as well. Wukong very good in that spot. But we do have, again, Holy Shield negation. So this guy is going to gain 10 stacks of Holy Shield for each stack that our allies gain. As you can see, we have 2 deviants in this one. However, we should be able to overcome that with the help of Eudora. And if not, with the help of Wukong. So we have the Pharaoh's Sarcophagus to increase crit damage, Ocean's More, because every time we hit this guy, we're going to apply that Moonlight, and then that Moonlight's going to do additional damage. And then we have Famine Scales as well, because we have no additional healing, and we can purify any debuffs that we do have. Elisha, every time we get a crit, even if it doesn't register. So if we get a crit on those Holy Shields, then Elisha will increase HP and attack. Ophelia will, every time we increase HP, we will increase attack as well. This is also true when Dahlia swaps with Cleo, and increasing Cleo's attack as much as possible to do as much damage to this boss as possible. We just want to hit him in one shot and kill him in one shot once all of those Holy Shields are down, and we need to do 10 bits of damage per round, which with this team is very doable. Now we also have Gaia, Tsukiyomi, Mulan, Astrid and Atrox, so a full Mystifiers team almost, but with the help of Atrox on here for the additional Striker synergy, and as well because she will increase the attack and allow us to apply much more burn, much more corrode as well. We have gone for the additional action. So Mulan will take additional action, applying additional bits of burn. Astrid and Gaia will also take additional action, applying extra stacks of corrode, which all feeds into Tsukiyomi's passive ability. We've got increased crit rate as well, because those crit damages, or that crit from Mulan every so often, and that crit from Astrid does really have a massive impact. And then also Knight's Edge as well for the increase in 30% increase in attack. Now we also have the Mystifiers 300% increase corrode damage. We have the increase in corrode stack limit and duration. We have the additional, every time we get a crit, again, plays into the Excalibur. Ooh, sorry, where have you got to? Excalibur. So every time we get a crit, we will also take an additional strike, so Excalibur really important. Even though we're running Mystifiers, it's important to get those additional hits. And every time we ultimate, we will get the secondary ultimate as well, typically with the increase in speed. We also have crit increase and increased speed by 50 as well. Now the final team for the Winged Knight is all about Pandora. Honestly, just getting a copy of Pandora is fantastic. We've gone for 2 strikers in the form of Ra and Shang. We have Leandra, Pandora and Ra, all Valianters, and we also have Victoria as well, also Valianter. We have 3 from the Sky Domain, 3 Strikers, 3 Celestials, 2 Deviants, unfortunately. It is what it is. But Sea Domain, we've got Land Domain as well. So, Chang is here for the double ultimates. Victoria is here to heal every time we do an ultimate with her, and also increase the team's overall attack and defense by that 150%. We have Ra for protection, and also she does quite a bit of damage, and Leandra as well to provide the effectively additional ultimates that Pandora needs to proc. Now again, I have gone with Kunasagi, really powerful relic. Does a lot of it puts a lot of work in, to say the least. Gone for Death Scythe for the increased leech rate, and also the Umbra Torch as well, for the fortitude effect and for the healing that it does provide. We've gone for artifacts. We have the Valianters, 300%, the Undying Shield. Again, Stun Hammer is in there primarily for the attack increase. We've gone for the Healing Spear. We've gone for crit resistance increased by 50% and attack up by 2000%. So working very well. Again, it is all about getting rid of that Holy Shield. You can consider running somebody like Lachesis in this one as well. Lachesis will remove all of the Holy Shield from the enemies. So just something to keep in mind. Now, bear with me. Okay, and we are back, and I've been able to cheat this one a little bit. Now, this is the healing dependency. This is the Corrupted Chief, or the anti-Omni-Hero, whatever you want to call him. So all damage is greatly reduced. Only healing skills can deal high damage to the boss. It doesn't mean that you can't deal damage to this guy. It just means that the damage that you are going to deal is going to be significantly reduced. However, it still doesn't stop this from happening. It's crazy. But the reason that I've got Dahlia and Atrops on this front row is to increase Atrops' attack. Remember, every time she casts her ultimate, if you do have her Light Seeker active, she will heal the entire team. You have Elisha and Ophelia for that leech rate. Just something to keep in mind. And Amaterasu for protection and increased crit damage as well. So the more damage that we can do, the better. That's going to be really powerful with Elisha's HP increase and attack increase paired with Ophelia. And then every time Dahlia and Atrops switch, they will also increase their attack, but Atrops is more than enough with her healing. Remember, every time she casts her ultimate and her active skill, we will do absolutely massive damage to this Corrupt Chief. The decrease in heal rate, but also the increasing the actual heal that the healing base provides. We've got proccing Sanctuary as often as possible, and then we've got the Execution Blades for the increase in attack as well. And if we have a look at our artifacts, unfortunately I've still got one more to go on this one. I can pop something else in, but I'm not going to at the moment. This has been working absolutely fine. So we do have the increased position 4, gains crit damage, so we get as much shielding as possible with Amaterasu. We also have the Splash Axe and the Pursuit Dart, as well as the crit resistance rate, increased reflect rate, increased crit damage, max HP and max HP as well. So we're just looking to get as much healing from Atrops and Atrops' attack as high as possible, which is where the rest of the units on the team come in. Now we'll move over to Corrupted Chief. I've tried on this one to go as many healers as possible. We do have Persephone, we have Clotho, and we have Lachesis as well. So this is as much healing in one team as you can possibly get. That's all linked up. We do have Astrid and Cleopatra in here as well. The Cleopatra, by the way, she has taken the, Mystifiers. No, not the Mystifiers. What has Cleo taken? Oh, it's there. No. Royal, Celestial, Land Domain. We've got 2 Avengers in Lachesis and Persephone. 2 Mystifiers in the form of Astrid. And potentially Cleopatra, I guess. Oh, there we go. Monarch, Enchanter, Phantom, Shadow Arc, Glorium, Ethereal. Has she taken an Ethereal? What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, that's fine. So we get the Avengers buff. Sorry, my apologies. Just going mental. But Astrid does have that leech rate effect, so every time she does damage, she heals 100% of that back. And then Cleopatra to increase the attack of our healers completely. We've gone for the relic procs and also healing relics and the double activation of said healing relics as well. We also have the increased attack of Avengers for the additional heals. Converts 3% of healing into attack up to 25 million. Something to take into consideration is when you heal, it goes off your attack stat. So you will heal based on your attack stat. So the higher your attack stat, the more you're going to heal. So even increasing attack, it seems a bit weird because we're not actually doing any damage to this guy, but the healing is really, really powerful as long as you build it up. Now we also have the double ultimate, so every time we ultimate twice, which just it goes very hard when you double ultimate in with all of your healers. We've got increased speed, increased heal rate, of course. We have the speed 50, attack by 20,000, and then the increased damage boost and the increased attack as well. And then finally, we do have 2-3 healers on this team, as well as Catherine with the overheal effect as well, and Karnak is also a healer. So every time we get a crit on this team, we will heal. Lily and Leah heal on their active skill, their secondary active skill. Ashlyn heals every attack, and Seraphina heals every attack as well. So it is just all about getting as much healing in as possible. We do have increased Seraphina's attack by 300%, plus 50% as well. We also have the increased attack of all Ethereals by 300% for Karnak. Landing a crit has a 10% chance to give us attack and defense 50%. And then we have the dodge as well to try and proc as many of these crits as we can. And the increased dodge rate as well to try and proc, again, as many of those as we can. We've got the double attack triggers from Lance. We have the flame banner for protection, and the increased attack of all units will help us get there. So let's jump into the next one. So this is the Sky Lord, or the Thunderlord, sorry, in the Sky Domain, and he does have a control dependency. So this boss can only be damaged when the mercenaries are controlled. So what does that mean? It means you need to apply as much corrode to these guys as possible. As soon as you do apply a corrode effect, or an attack down effect, or a defense down, or a HP down, anything along those lines, you can start to do really significant damage to this guy, which is why we've got Cleo, Gaia, Astrid, Tsukiyomi, and Hecate in here. The reason that we've got Hecate is because she does absolutely massive damage, especially paired alongside the healing from the Mystifiers. And we also have Gaia in here. Every time we apply Stack of Corrode, we'll get the attack and damage boost increase. We also have Tsukiyomi in here. Every time the round starts, we'll steal attack based on the number of Corrode stacks that have been applied. Astrid applies 4 stacks of Corrode on the target that she ultimates. Cleopatra will also provide an attack increase, and then Hecate is here to do as much damage as she possibly can to the enemy boss. We also have Ra's Bark, which does apply Flaming Point, which does count towards the control effect. Magatama applies the Karmic Fire, which also applies control effect. And then the 30% increase of attack from the Knight's Edge there as well. With regards to our artifacts, we have Mystifiers, Healing Spear, we have the Sinful Band, we have the Winged... the Sacred Wings, I think they're called, and then increase speed as much as we can to get as many ultimates off as possible. Now the next one, again, we're looking for this control dependency, but it's weird how this works. So let me just show you. We do have the enhance position 4 at the start of battle. We have increase ethereals. We have the splash axe as well. We have the additional strike every time we do a crit, increased crit rate, and increased damage. But guess who on this team applies control effects? Do you know what she applies? Leave a comment down below if you do know. but it is in fact the healing minus. So every time this guy heals, he will in fact take damage based on that. So Eudora does apply that when she ultimates. We want her doing that as many times as possible, hence why we've got the pursuit dart in there. We have Elisha to increase attack. We also have Lamia in here, directly opposite the boss, to do as much damage as possible once we have controlled all of these guys. We have Ophelia here to increase attack, and Elowin as well, because you don't get a very big window with Eudora, because it is just the one effectively, it's the, I can't remember what it's called, applies healing ban, I think it is. Hold on, let me just check. Healing Rupture, there we go. She's got a 50% chance when she does a crit, so we need to get as many crits as possible. But something that is very good at taking out the enemies is the Sarcophagus. We also have Kunasagi, and we have their new relic as well. But if you weren't going to run any of these and you were going to try and run something else, then I would suggest something like, where have you got to? Excuse me. It would be something like this. These would be the relics that I would use if you do not have any of the new relics. So just something to keep in mind, but we will go with you, and we will go with you as well. And then again, we've already been through these, increasing the attack of all of our units as well, specifically. Lamia in position 4, and again, the reason for that is because as soon as this boss can take damage, he will take damage. Something else, we do have 4 out of 5 for Sky Domain on here. Now, the final one, we do have Leandra, Atrops, Dahlia, Chang, and Pandora. Funny enough, Chang now applies control effect on the from the Phantom Illusion. So this will proc every single time Chang does her ultimate attack, which is why we've gone for the Lance here. Gone for the Lance, the double proc of the Lance. Gone the double Fortitude effect because of the chest as well. But it is primarily up to Chang to do what she needs to do here. Every time she does her ultimate, she will apply a control effect to these guys. So it's just about waiting, unfortunately. But we do have Pandora directly opposite the Thunderlord, so that she can attack him directly. We have Dahlia and Atrops on the front row to switch and gain that attack boost as well. And then we do have, finally, we have increased attack for Valianters, for Pandora, for Atrops, for Leandra. Receiving Sanctuary additionally increases attack. Every time we crit, we have a chance to trigger Awaken and also trigger Sanctuary, and then as well triggering Dodge and increase attack as well, because we want to attack these guys back as much as we possibly can. So those are the teams for the Thunderlord. Let's jump into the next one. Okay, so we're in the Corrupted Frost Beast now. This is the easiest one by far. Yes, Eudora is absolutely phenomenal in this position because she does physical damage. Yes, she is absolutely fantastic. For those who do not have her, you can swap her out with Katrina. So if you just have a look at Katrina, Katrina does physical damage as well. 600% physical damage and 192% physical damage as well. So trading out Katrina, if you do not have a copy of Eudora, is absolutely fine. She'll do absolutely massive damage on this team. But as it stands at the moment, having Dahlia swap with Cleo in this front row, having Elisha buff up the team, Ophelia buff up the team, and Eudora to do as much damage as possible, increasing our crit rate, applying that Moonlight effect, and also the Famine Scales for the additional healing and debuffs as well. Very, very strong. So again, physical can only be damaged by physical attacks. Dahlia's not doing anything here. Elisha, I don't think, does anything here. I think she does magical damage. No, she does physical. So actually, Elisha will do a lot of work here as well. We just need to get their attack up as much as possible. So did I do artifacts? No, I didn't. So we've got increase for Dooms. Increase attack for Dooms, increase attack for Ethereals, Splash Axe, the application of Sanctuary, so dealing Reflect. We also have the crit rate and attack up as well. Now this next team, it is all about physical damage. I believe Mulan, or I believe we can still, or this boss can still take damage from Corrode because it is not classed as magical damage or physical damage. I believe it is classed as indirect damage, which is why it can damage other bosses, or it's why you can run the Mystifier's team in other other areas, we've got Atrops and Mulan as strikers. We've got Lancelot and Gaia as protectors, and Astrid is in here for the increased attack. Again, we just want to get as much attack on this, as much burn and as much corrode on this guy as possible to take him down. We've also got the double attack. We've got Ra's Bark as well, and we do have Knight's Edge as our relics. We have the Mistfires stuff. We have, the Mistfires 300% increase, the Undying Shield, the Hammer again for the 20% attack increase. We've also gone for the Sinful Band, the increase in speed as well. And then finally, we've got Ra, Leandra, Pandora, Lilith, and Victoria on this team. Again, very heavy in new units, should we say. So we do have Ra here for protection for the rest of the team, so that Pandora can do what she needs to do. Lilith will increase the attack of all units by 200% at the very start of battle. Victoria will also increase the attack of all units by 150% in total, so we just need to do as much damage as we can with Pandora. We do have the Death Scythe, Kunisagi, and we have the Umbra Torch as well. So let me jump into the final one. Sorry, something I didn't note on this particular build is the relics. So we do have increased attack for position 3, increased crit damage for position 4. We have increased attack of Valianters by 300%. The spear, healing spear, to increase our attack even more. Heal rate and increase max HP as well. And finally, we have the Corrupted Lucarion. So, in this one, it's all about magical attack. Eudora does nothing here. Elisha does nothing here. It is all about how much damage Dahlia can do. And she does that by swapping with Cleo as often as possible. Again, the crits from Eudora. You can do this with Katrina. You can also do this with Elisha. Well, every time we get a crit, we increase our attack and HP, which also is helped along by Orphelia. We have the double relic activation proc to proc this twice to get increased crit damage, and we also have the Hand of Tyr as well for additional protection and attack increase. We do have the increased attack to Ethereals, not that it matters altogether too much in this one, but we do have attack of Doomsdayers by 300%, landing a crit has 10% chance to trigger Awaken, and dealing Reflect has 20% chance to trigger Sanctuary as well. Increase crit resistance rate and increase max HP. Something to take note of: if you have Orphelia's runes, she will allow you to, every time you get Sanctuary, you will apply 50% attack increase to your unit permanently for the battle. Now the next team we've got, this is Gaia, Mulan, Pandora. Getting Pandora as much attack as possible is going to be a bad thing. You're not looking for that. You're looking for the corrode and the burn to take these guys out. And Atrops will help along with that, with the 3 strikers on the team, increasing the attack of everybody here. Pandora is here primarily to apply as much burn as possible. We do have the double ultimate lance. We have Magatama to apply more burn, and then we have the Knight's Edge to increase our own attack. We do have the increased attack of Mystifiers, increase the attack of Valianters, increase the stun duration, but really it's the attack of all allies by 20%. We've got Sinful Band, we've got increased speed, and we've got increased speed as well. And then finally we have Hecate, Janna, Mavis, Althea, Nerissa. The majority of these all use magic damage. So this is a pretty clean sweep, to be honest. It's really Hecate that does the most. But if your team does go down quite often, or the rest of your units go down, Janna can pull it out of the bag very, very easily. We do have the Flame Banner for protection. We have Kunisagi for the additional damage, 20 to 30% additional damage. And then we have the Demon Bane Whip to increase HP as much as possible. And we do have the increased attack of Avengers, the death, the double triggers for death effects. We have increased death, increase the max HP of all allies by 400% for 3 rounds. The counter attack horn to get as many attacks in there, as many basic attacks in there as possible. Increase heal rate and increase damage boost as well. So those are the teams that I am currently running for all of these bosses. Let me know what you guys think down below. It's been a flipping long video, so thank you very much for sticking with me. You have a great day.